Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening in to another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about something that irritates me a little bit, and that is when people just don't let other people have fun or interesting conversations when it comes down to video games. For instance, when I released the short on YouTube as well as on TikTok, and I asked the question, why didn't Tails make more fake emeralds? Now, for anybody on Anchor, you already know there's a follow-up discussion to that, and unfortunately YouTube hasn't had it posted yet. So there's going to be a large influx of AGT videos hitting YouTube at some point next week. So I post that, and I come up with this in good fun because it's an interesting topic. It's something that would have been fun to discuss and digest and go over. And on the YouTube side of things, the first comment that I get on there is, well, even if Tails made the other Chaos Emeralds, that pseudo super form would be too weak to do anything. And there'd be no reason to make more fake emeralds. So it's like, part of me wanted to just lash out at the person because it was irritating. But then I was like, you know what? Let me take the intelligent route out of this and just say, hey, there are other things that could be done with those emeralds outside of what the normal Chaos Emeralds do. Like adding in elemental capabilities to each emerald, or giving it some sort of just special thing it can do that the normal emeralds don't. But I've already done that in the discussion. Not that this person knew that, and I'm not even putting this out there to really talk down about that person. It's just something I've noticed when it comes down to video games and like fictional media and stuff. If someone poses a question that is just an interesting thought experiment, there tends to be a lot of people that just rush in and say, well, this couldn't happen at all because of this, and this. Instead of just taking the time to just analyze the question and, look beyond what the story already did to see where it could diverge and become something different. So that was my irritation. Like, I understand, hey, Sega didn't see a need to do more. There was no real incentive to them to pick up that plot point and run with it. But when you think about it as somebody who's been a fan of the series, and this is just this one interesting little tidbit that just got thrown out there and nothing's been done with it, you do tend to wonder, like, what could have happened with that? Now, I'm not like the biggest and best at theorizing when it comes down to storylines and plots, because that's just, I do it sometimes with stuff I know very well. But I don't know the ins and outs of the Sonic story in that way to be able to come up with how that would actually happen. But it is something that is interesting to consider. Like, it's essentially, to me, I just think that the more we kind of brush aside people just having creative thoughts, the more likely we're going to just stifle people from being able to just enjoy talking about things that they like. And again, this isn't like some shot at that person, like, because honestly, what they said was a valid response to give. So it's not like I'm mad that the response was. I'm not mad at the response. I guess it was the situation around the response that kind of irritated me. Because it's like, I was like, okay, I quite obviously know that. Like, it just, like, damn, man, just let me have some fun. But it's one of those things where you want to say more, but then you're like, it's not really worth getting into an argument or fight over. This isn't a big issue. This isn't something serious like what's happened with multiple different game companies over the years, with different things happening within the companies and management being dicks to people. Like that. That's a whole. That's an actual issue to really dive into and have a discussion back and forth about in a serious manner. But I pose those questions and stuff like that because I want to see what people think up. Like, how much fun would it be if you could add these things to this game or take a situation from a particular game and just expand it a little bit and see where it goes based on what you know about the characters, what you know about the universe, what you know about the lore, and what that could potentially do and what it could potentially add. So it did irritate me just a little bit. It did irritate me a little bit. I'm like, I didn't get mad over it, but it was just annoying. Like sometimes it is okay to just let somebody have fun with a topic and see where the topic goes and not be a wet blanket on top of the topic. And I don't even know if they intended to be that way, intended to be like that, but that's how it came off. Because it comes off matter of factly almost, and it's just like, well, thank you for stealing my fun. Man. Main point is, if you see somebody doing stuff like that and they're just doing thought experiments, sometimes it's okay to just have fun with the thought experiment and not necessarily shoot it down. Now, if it's a serious issue somebody's talking about, obviously look at it with a more critical eye. But if it's nonsense like me talking about Tails making more fake Chaos Emeralds and even potentially making a fake Master Emerald, I don't think you have to really come at that as serious as other stuff. I guess that's my main point. Like, enjoy the things that are worth enjoying and then be critical and serious about the things that actually need that sort of eye. But I don't want to drag this on too much more. If anybody has any opinions that they would like to state on this matter in particular, please do. I'm very willing to hear what you would have to say. But I think that's it for now. Thank you guys very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out, everybody.